Here we go. Littles woke up very, very sick. It's that time of year, Rick, when you have little ones where they go to school, they all get sick.
Yeah.
And then they cry, and then they sleep in your bed, and then they cough in your mouth. Delilah literally coughed in my mouth.
Oh, there's been
One night.
snot all over our house.
It's been,
And you're not a big hand washer.
I have been lately. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if you hear my voice, Rick, but I woke up pretty rough. Some nice folks asked if I would talk about their fishing company. Shout out to Ricky and Tina Maldonado out of Canyon, Texas. What a cool hat! Thank you for the hat. It says Tejano Fishing. I think it's really, really cool.
The fish hook for the day. That's cool.
Yep, I'm gonna be wearing it out and about. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Gosh, Rick, where do we begin? I did a celebrity-ish fundraiser
Celebrity-ish
softball game. Well, I don't know what it's hard to figure out what it was called. I was so excited to play, and then I blew my calf out while we were warming up, and I couldn't play that much. So
I wondered what was going on with you. I mean, although I do have to say it's really hard because when you were on second base, you're like emceeing, kind of making jokes.
Yeah, I had to have the
cracking up all
microphone
time.
too, so it made
So
it.
then you would like put the phone down, kind of in front of the bag.
The microphone.
And the microphone, yeah, in
and
front
then
of
play,
the bag, and then play, and then scoop it back up.
But I could barely walk. I blew my calf out, which is very weird for me. I am pretty durable and flexible and
Turns
very
out
athletic.
those sexy
and
calves might not be all you thought they were, Mr. Trevino.
but I'm very proud. It was a huge success there at Whataburger Field, and it was really, really cool. And we raised a lot of money for Driscoll Children's Hospital and for the Ronald McDonald House down in Corpus Christi. So very, very proud of that. Had a lot of fun doing it. It was cool that Garrett and I were in uniform together.
Yeah.
And Garrett got to play.
And since you were on Team Ronald McDonald, they gave you guys red and white striped socks. And
I look like an Oompa Loompa.
Jerseys with your names on the back of them. It was awesome.
I was representing the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, I think that's what your sister said.
Yeah.
Why does he look like an Oompa Loompa?
But it was a lot of fun. If I'm being straightforward and very, very honest, I was under the impression that it was supposed to be a very friendly, fun deal, like very inclusive. And the Driscoll team was not there to have fun.
No.
They were stacked.
Yeah.
You know, here I am playing my son and Tiago and kids. You know, we're like, we're like, woohoo, let's have some fun with this. They had grown men.
Well, you know what? I didn't realize that when the teams walked out, at the beginning of the game, I was like, whoa, that team is significantly bigger than that team, and not in like numbers of players.
They had 4 high school state championship baseball players on their team, Rick. And then when they would play a kid, then they would put 5 outfielders instead of 4.
Yeah.
Like they were there to win.
Yeah.
And then we were like, well, crap, man, then let's play. I mean, they had girls on their team. They never hit. Maybe once.
There was a girl who hit for them. One. Yeah.
So I was a little frustrated with that. But if it's gonna be like that, well, I can make some phone calls too.
Yeah.
And next year I can stack my team too.
Is this some trash talking for next year?
I don't know. I think it in my opinion, like I think it's more fun to watch people have fun.
Yeah.
Versus let's get a bunch of people together that want to play a real game.
Yeah.
To me, it's more fun. To me, it's more fun when it's like the Easter softball game.
Yeah.
And you're going, your aunt comes out there and you're like, come on,
Yeah.
And the little kids get to play. But that's me.
Well, as an audience member, I had a blast. It was awesome.
Fun. It was a good time. And I'm glad that I was able to do it. And this leads to I don't even know where to begin. it's weird because I want to share my feelings and I don't know how to describe it.
Uh-oh. I don't know what you're going to talk about. Now you're making me nervous because you just got real serious.
No. Well, Friday I had the deal, and then Saturday I'm supposed to be in Dania Point, which is Fort Lauderdale.
Uh-huh.
And I wake up early. I go to the airport and ready to head out to go to work. I got 4 sold out shows, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. Get on the plane, and we're just sitting on the tarmac, and we're waiting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, look, we are not going to fly out. We're not going to make it. And I'm like, oh, crap, right? So I'm like, okay, well, let me start figuring it out. Mm-hmm. That was Saturday morning. Turns out Friday all day, Dallas and Houston were shut down.
Both Dallas and Houston?
All day. So then they were hoping to get all the Friday people out on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Well, now Saturday, the whole day is messed up.
Yeah.
And Rick, in 22 years of doing stand-up comedy, this has never happened to me.
Never.
I've never had to cancel shows. Ever. I always find a way.
Yeah.
Like I will find a way. And I thought, okay, well, I'll drive to Houston. Well, Houston shut down. Okay, well, can I drive to Fort Lauderdale? Well, the rain is going to stop everything, right? That it's a mess. So for the first time in 22 years, I had to cancel.
Yeah.
And Rick, I'm ashamed of myself. I'm so sad. I'm so bummed. Normally I'll find a way. We even tried to fly private. I was even willing to give up every dollar I was going to make.
Yeah.
To go, but then every private airport or every private person I called, including Eric Helton, goes, dude, all my flights are out.
Yeah.
Because Friday, everything was canceled. Everybody booked my planes. I don't have any planes.
Yeah, I even saw her yesterday, and she's like, I'm sorry, we couldn't help him. We felt bad. We just could not help him.
I was willing to completely lose my entire paycheck to go do these shows for these people.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to do it. And it is hard. It's really hard on me.
I know it's really hard on you because also people don't understand the behind the scenes of it all.
Hey, buddy, I'm right in the middle of podcasting.
No worries. When can I call you later?
I'll call you right after.
Okay. Text me first. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because people don't know the behind the scenes of it all and how much effort you put into trying to get there. They're just bummed that they, bought tickets and hired a sitter and were planning to come to see you, and their weekend did not work out like they had planned.
And I thought, okay, well, should I do a video? Should I let them know?
I thought you should have done a video.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. I'm just so bummed that I let these people down, And I also think, how do these other comics do it? There's this little turd of a comic that I tried to help, and I find out that he just cancels because ticket sales aren't good.
Yeah.
I saw him the other day on a video spraying champagne all over the green room. Such a disrespectful little shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they live with themselves. I don't know how they just go, oh, well, ticket sales aren't good. I'll just cancel.
Yeah.
I had to cancel because literally it was impossible.
Yeah.
There was no option.
Right.
And usually I find a way. Like I said,
You do.
Usually I'll fly through another city. I'll get on another airline. I'll drive if I will find a way.
Yes.
To make it work.
You'll take an American Airlines bus.
I'll take a bus. I don't care. But it just, there's something about me that just, I have a real hard time letting people down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
you do.
So
you're such a people pleaser.
I am
that's
a people
why I think
pleaser.
when they send you messages that they're upset about it, or why didn't you get here, or why was the show canceled, I think it really bugs you.
It bugs me and it breaks my heart. And I don't know how these other comics can just be like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cancel. Or oh well. I don't understand that because Here I had to cancel.
Yeah.
Absolutely had to cancel. And I'm heartbroken.
I think you need to make a video. I think you need to make a video, especially because, one, it was a holiday weekend.
I think we're making a video right now.
I'm sure there were people who but not everybody watches the podcast.
I don't know.
And even maybe Miami can post it on there. Or the club you were supposed to be at. What was it?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
No, Dania. Oh, I don't know where you were.
Point,
you know
Fort
where you were.
Lauderdale,
Dania Point. But maybe the club can even post it on their page.
I don't know. I feel ashamed. I feel bummed.
You shouldn't feel ashamed.
I'm just like, man. We rescheduled for January.
Well, that was my next question is, did they reschedule?
Yeah, we rescheduled and I don't know. I'm just like, I've been really bummed about it all weekend. And then, to top it all off, and I'll share this too, we were all in Rockport with some friends and, because I got canceled, I went ahead and booked a fishing trip. And then here I am, in the sun, fishing it up when I should be entertaining and when I should be doing my job.
Yeah.
I felt very guilty about that,
Yeah. You also can't control that. You chose to take a situation and make the most of it.
Well, I will always do that. I will always try to find a way to make the best of.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? Situation. Sit inside and sulk for 2 days because you can't get there?
No, I get it. I mean, I was just bummed. I mean, and look, maybe God gave us a gift because it was your birthday weekend and we did go to dinner. Oh my God, Rick, I got to tell you, dude.
We had a great time.
I got to tell you, dude, we're out fishing, the boys. I have no idea what time the dinner reservation is. No idea.
No, I had texted you earlier and I said, I'm pretty sure our dinner reservation is going to be at 6:30.
No.
Yes, I did. I'll read the text message.
It was 7:15 was our dinner reservation.
Yes, but earlier that's when the reservation actually ended up. But at the beginning of the day, when you guys were out early, I told you, I said.
So anyway, last minute, she's like, our dinner reservation's at 7:15. Just forget it. I guess we don't even have to do dinner for my birthday. The freaking guilt. You know the move, Rick. The wife move.
I prepped you for a 6:30 dinner reservation, and
the wife move, right, Rick?
I had not heard from you.
It's all ruined. Forget it. I guess we're ordering pizza. No,
I said, what is your actual
and I'm
real
like,
ETA? Should we just order food in?
No, and I go, I will make it. Dude, Rick, haul ass, get there. We get there. They're just leaving. We all freshen up, all the boys, get dressed, and we beat them to the restaurant.
When he says freshen up, he means come straight off the boat, change out of their fishing clothes, and put on...
I changed shirts.
Regular clothes, but not shorts.
And I wipe my face down, and I put a little extra deodorant. A little spray of the cologne.
Thank God it was an Italian restaurant. And when you walked in the front door, there was an overpowering smell of garlic because we could smell the garlic.
My
over
point
your
is
fishing.
that we were there before them. We already had drinks on the table by the time they got there.
Your mouth.
Yes. And I was like, look who made it. Look who's on time. Look who's late. Thank God she's late all the time because I was able to make it. But it was a really, really cool little restaurant there.
It's been there for years. It's like a super old restaurant.
It's not even a restaurant. It's like a little house.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, there's probably literally, 10 tables in there? Not even that, if that.
Yeah. And they're
6?
only open for dinner, and it's like
Food's
Italian
amazing.
food. Yeah.
What's it called?
Bellino's.
Very, very good. All right, Rick. I've been waiting to hear. Rick and I started to talk about him watching America's Team.
Oh, yeah. We were actually talking about it yesterday, too, us girls about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the girls went... that's another thing I find very funny. Renae, I'm like, what do you want for your birthday? And every year she's like, if I could just have one day without a husband and without kids, that would be wonderful. And when Renae says, what do you want? When Renae says, what do you want for your birthday? I'm always like, if I could just be with my wife, if I could just be with my kids, I don't need anything else. Don't spend $1 on me, but if I could just be with my wife and kids, I'd be very happy.
You're terrible.
Women are very different. If I just didn't have a family for a day.
No.
That'd be great.
You always want to throw me a big party, and I'm like, that's what you want. I don't want a big party.
I don't want a big party. I've never said I wanted a big party.
No, that you always want to throw me a big party. You're like, it's your birthday. Let's do a party in the back.
I just know if I don't do something nice or great for you for your birthday, that I'll be in pain for a long time.
Well, okay, listen, I had a lovely spa day yesterday with my mama and my sister and a few girlfriends.
Without her family.
And I really enjoyed myself. But let's be honest, the reason you planned the spa day is because my birthday falls on opening day of dove season every year.
No, that's not why I did that.
You've always wanted to go shoot dove because you get invites on opening day.
No. I wanted to do something nice for you.
So you planned a dove hunting trip first.
I just know.
Then you planted a spa day for my birthday.
I just know that for her birthday, she would prefer not to have a family. That's.
Well, okay. What was planned first? The hunting trip or the spa day?
The spa day.
No, it was.
Yes, it was.
Not, you booger. No, it was not.
Is your wife like that, Rick? Where she's just like, if I could just not have a family for a day, that'd make me very happy.
Happy birthday, Renae. You had your day yesterday. Now I'm going to talk shit about you publicly.
No, I'm just saying. I find it very interesting that my idea of a birthday is, can I be with my wife and kids?
Because you're gone a lot. You
just
were
saying,
gone a lot.
Okay. So Rick clearly does not want to answer.
I fly solo a lot.
The fact that Rick is not answering.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to juggle a baseball tournament 2 hours away from home and Delilah's soccer game here.
Rick clearly does not want to answer. So that speaks volumes. I know exactly what Rick. I could read Rick's mind through the phone.
I don't feel guilty about.
I'm not telling you to feel guilty.
That I would like a little quiet, relaxing time without someone tugging on me or asking questions or being needy.
I'm clearly pointing out the difference between me and you. That's it.
I'm not as needy as you are. That's another difference. Even this morning,
very needy
because you weren't feeling well, to go get an IV, I have to call and make the appointment for you. When have you ever called and made an appointment for me?
All the time. I booked this entire freaking hotel and everything for you. Did I not do that?
You did get the hotel. Was it you or Timmy?
Me. Okay, Rick, what did you think? America's team.
I have a lot more respect for the Cowboys. I don't just hate them. So, I think without Michael Irving, the doc is probably pretty boring. He is so fascinating.
Dude, he doesn't give a fuck, right? I told you, dude. He's like that black uncle, right? That shows up at the barbecue dressed up to the nines. What's up, baby? Shit, like that. He's that uncle,
Let me ask you this. So, Jerry Jones buys the team and he risks everything on it, right? Shouldn't he get all the reward? I don't understand why, if you're going to buy a team, think about with any other business. If you bought a business, you wouldn't just let everyone else run it and you take a back seat, correct?
Well, no. I own a music studio and I own a digital marketing company. I hire people and I stay out of their lane. Like if I hire somebody that is a music producer to run my studio, I don't then show up and be like, let me explain to you what I think music should be. I hire somebody to do that.
Yes, but you also take a lot of pride in it and it's wins.
But it's like you, Rick. You've ran a company before. It's a we, not an I. Right?
Yes, but if it's the number one money generator and you've had success putting your fingers in it, why wouldn't he? Because Jerry Jones gets a lot of crap for being the GM and basically having a hand in everything. And he takes all the crap when they do that crazy trade early on for Herschel Walker. He takes all the heat for that. And then when it works out, because it was actually seemingly a brilliant trade with all the draft picks and where they just had to cut them and then they get all these draft picks, it seems to me that's a brilliant move, but he doesn't get the credit for it.
Yeah, but didn't you pick up that Jerry Jones did not want to change? He says in the documentary, you're crazy. We're going to trade our best player. He tells Jimmy Johnson that. Then later on, he's like, I came up with that. I'm brilliant.
I took it as Jimmy Johnson brought it to him, and then he was like, why would we do this? And then once it was explained, then
but Jimmy Johnson's the one that brought it to him. Now, look, don't get me wrong. Robert Kraft is a great owner and has won a lot of Super Bowls. But Robert Kraft doesn't also try to draft and coach and run the team. And I mean, to me,
I didn't get that he was trying to coach.
To me, without Jimmy Johnson, okay, let's talk about that. Take Jimmy Johnson out of the equation, right, and give Jerry Jones anybody else. Do they have the same success? I would say no.
I'd say yes. Switcher comes in and within 2 years wins a Super Bowl.
Same team that Jimmy Johnson built.
Yeah, exactly.
That Jimmy Johnson built, not Jerry Jones.
Well, yes, but I don't know. You have Emmitt Smith on the board. You have Michael Irvin on the board. Of course you're taking those two. Troy Aikman on the board. Of course you're taking him. He was the number one quarterback in the...
Now, remember, Jimmy Johnson was looking at Troy Aikman since he was 14 years old. Jimmy Johnson was recruiting Troy Aikman since he was 14.
No way.
Yes. So Jimmy Johnson has had his eye on all these players. Jerry Jones was out making hundreds of millions of dollars as an oil tycoon. He wasn't dedicating his life to football and the future of football.
Developing players.
Well, so I bring all this up just with the Jerry Jones thing because of what happened last week. Jerry Jones trading away Micah Parsons. That was massive news, and they traded to the other team. I hate the Packers. So, I mean, is this one of those situations where it's going to be a brilliant move 2 years down the line?
I don't know. I mean, look, maybe Jerry Jones isn't going to be alive to know it, but he's already 82. Now, here's what I will tell you about, and people might be watching right now going, oh God, are we talking football? Well, let's move it into life in general, right? And teams and what it takes. So, in my opinion, teams that win a lot, it's a culture. It is a.
They talk about that in the documentary, don't they?
It is the most successful coaches of all time. People like Anson Doran from South Carolina, who has 22 national championships, right? Which is the most ever.
In what sport?
And girls soccer, which is crazy. I talk to coaches that are friends of mine, and they go, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, you do not know who Anson Dorrance is?
Yeah.
And he's the most winningest NCAA coach of all time? And you don't know who he is? Because I coach my kid, and I have immersed myself in learning how to be a better coach, learning right?
Yeah.
And anyway, do you know who Anson Dorrance is?
I don't.
Bro, we got to do a documentary on that guy. He is the most winningest NCAA coach of all time.
Yeah, but as the Americas team just proved, you need stabbings and prostitution, drugs.
Exactly, White House.
A fixer.
But my point is that Jimmy Johnson had created this culture of winning and discipline, and
there was a system in place.
What he expects from his team.
Yeah.
And then they win these 2 Super Bowls, then there's a lull, and then because they're so damn good, they end up winning another Super Bowl, yes. But I think if Jimmy Johnson had stayed there because of the culture that he was creating, they could have won 5 Super Bowls, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Young team, right? But you look at Phil Jackson.
He would have continued to groom players. He would have...
Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Popovich. It is, before Jimmy Johnson, Tom Landry. All these great coaches create a culture, and that culture is a winning culture. Everybody buys into it. Tom Brady alone created a culture. Tom Brady, everybody around Tom will tell you, Tom expected perfection, and we wanted to give it to him.
So why did that mentality work for Tom Brady, but not for Troy Aikman?
Because he wasn't given the reign, and that's what I'm trying to get to, is the fact that Jerry Jones has a very arrogant, we're the Dallas Cowboys, we're the greatest team on earth, and we're badass. And he doesn't create a team, he creates a bunch of individuals. And because they're all individuals, we can't win a Super Bowl.
But Troy Aikman never seemed to blame Jerry Jones for that, but he clearly blamed Switzer for it.
Because Switzer was letting go of the culture that Jimmy Johnson had created. Right? Switzer was not continuing the culture that was created.
Yeah.
Right? And you have to create a culture within your own family. Right? Like me, you, my kids. Right. What is our culture? Right? Our culture is that we always do the right thing. Our culture is that we pray when we eat.
Right.
Our culture is that we work very hard. Our culture is that we're always looking for opportunities to give to others.
Yeah.
Right? You have to create that culture, and that culture starts at the top. Right? I was watching a Hard Knocks with the Dallas Cowboys, and that's when I knew he was an arrogant prick, because Jerry Jones goes, I could be anywhere in the world because I'm Jerry Jones, but I choose to be here with you guys. And I'm like, wow, oh my God, thank you, sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so what do you think about all that, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because you take the same players and they win again with a different coach, and then you take someone like Tom Brady, he leaves a team, they don't make the playoffs. So is it Brady or Belichick that was winning all those games? So transfer that to the Cowboys. Is it Jimmy Johnson or was it the players?
Yeah,
I think it's Jimmy Johnson. I think the culture in which he created, and but again, right? Look, Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay and he gives up some of his paycheck to get Gronk and to get key players. You know, here we are, the Cowboys. Pearsons is getting traded because he wants more money. CeeDee Lamb doesn't step up and say, hey, man, I'll take a pay cut to win Super Bowls. Hey, Dak Prescott doesn't say, I'll take a cut to win Super Bowls. Let's get this guy on here. Because if you're winning Super Bowls, you're getting the endorsements. You're going to make more money anyway. But neither one of those guys who have stupid contracts stepped up and say, hey, we're a better team with this guy, and we have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl because of this guy. We're willing to give up some of our dough.
Yeah.
To win a Super Bowl.
That's hard. You also don't know their personal situations. Tom Brady's been making money for a long time. You know what I mean? Those other players.
I know they have a lot of money.
You don't know their financial situations.
And if you win Super Bowls, you're going to get the endorsements. You're going to make more money. Yeah. You're going to be in commercials. You're going to be more known, right? Right. I'm the quarterback of this team, right? Rick is my assistant quarterback and assistant coach.
Yeah.
How many times have Rick and I both said, we'll take a pay cut so that the team can keep growing?
Yeah.
Right? We'll do it on the cheap so that we can keep going. I'll give up the door of my show and pay so we can get the team going, right?
Yeah.
That's what wins championships. Those are the kinds of attitudes but they don't have that attitude because they have a Jerry Jones attitude of, I'm the greatest that ever lived and I don't need to give up my money. And why would I give up my money? I'm making my money. Well, what's more important to you? Money or Super Bowls? Well, if you give up a little bit of money, you can have both. And probably make more money in the long run. Does that make sense, Rick?
It does. One thing I didn't understand in the doc, and I didn't go back to rewatch it to make sure it made sense, was Jerry Jones got individual sponsorships without the NFL. That's the idea, right? So he was just selling individual parts of the Dallas Cowboys?
I thought it was brilliant. I mean, I think Jerry Jones is an amazing owner, terrible GM. I think he's a phenomenal owner. And for him to buck the system and go, why do I have to have Coca-Cola in my stadium? Because you say so? Why don't I go to Pepsi and give Pepsi an exclusive deal at my stadium and make more money? Why do I have to then fall? And he risked it all to do that.
I agree with all of that, but it's the same problem that I have with HOAs. When you sign the contract of an HOA and you know what the rules are, you can't then complain when they enforce the rules.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not your own business. It's not your own business.
But your own house.
It's your own house, and you're agreeing to those terms. But this is a free market economy that we live in. If I own a business, you don't get to tell me how and what I can do to make money in my business.
Maximize the potential, or
Right?
cap the potential. Yeah.
And HOA is one of those things where it's like, I 1,000% understand why you need an HOA, right? Because people are fucking idiots. The reason we don't need an HOA is because people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, we need an HOA because people are idiots, and we can't go without an HOA because people are idiots.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That's right. It does.
The extremes.
I don't want to live next to a pink house.
And or with somebody freaking some trailer out front, right?
That's right.
I look
By
at
the way, I do think it's brilliant. What he did was brilliant. There's no doubt about it. Changed every sport for the better.
Oh, great owner, brilliant owner. What is really crazy to me is I want to own a business where I get to go to the city and go, look, y'all got to build me a new stadium. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, right now, the Spurs are having a huge debate. You know that?
No.
Oh, yeah. The Spurs are going at it with the city of San Antonio. And what a lot of people don't know is basically the Chargers went to San Diego and said, look, our stadium is shit.
Uh-huh.
Either build us a new stadium or we're leaving.
Right.
And San Diego was like, dude, go kick rocks, bruh. We don't need you. We're San Diego. Bye. We don't give a fuck if you're here or not.
Yeah.
Right? But it's crazy that Jerry Jones can walk up to the city of Dallas-Fort Worth and go, listen, guys, I need the biggest stadium in the world. Can you tax all the citizens?
A state-of-the-art facility.
Isn't that crazy, Rick?
It's crazy.
And then we all do it. And then the NFL's a nonprofit. Do you know that?
No. I did not know the NFL was a nonprofit
The
organization.
NFL as an organization is a nonprofit.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Ask Rick.
Is that correct, Rick? How does one explain how the NFL is a nonprofit organization?
Well, you can make a profit. You just can't have that be your goal. So the thing is they have individual teams. But let me look up. That sounds like something I've heard before. I'm looking it up right now.
That's crazy.
That blows my mind. Clearly, it's for a profit. All the sponsorships, all the endorsements.
It says no. The NFL as a whole is not a nonprofit. It's a trade association with 32 members. Teams. It was formerly a nonprofit organization, but ceased its status in 2015.
Okay.
Oh, they changed them.
It lost
Yeah,
its...
they changed it. So it was until 2015, which seems absurd.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, how they were able
That
to keep
is
a nonprofit
crazy.
status for so long.
But I also think
That's
it's...
politics.
I truly believe... I think it's wild, these people that are fanatical.
Yeah.
Like these people that punch their TVs when their team loses. These people that decorate an entire man cave with their team and they live and breathe and their whole world is whether their team does well or not. That's crazy to me. I'm a fan. I want to watch football. I want to watch the Cowboys win. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But I'm not breaking the TV because they lost.
But that's a culture too, right? You talk about a winning culture. That's a culture too.
It's wild. And to be honest with you, the older I get, the crazier it is to me to watch children. They're children. These are kids.
Yeah.
The other day I'm watching Arch Manning be interviewed because he's, for UT or whatever. And I'm watching this guy and I'm like, oh my God, that's a child. Like, I'm a grown-ass man going,
well, but it's
please, kid, win for me.
It's like
that's
A&M.
crazy.
It's like people going to college and people cheering for their football team. It is a culture. It's how is that different? That's the same thing.
It's the obsessed ones is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Look, Rick's a fan, right? He puts on his jersey. He watches the Lions. He wants them to win. But Rick's not beating his wife if the Lions lose.
Well, who is?
They are.
That's what I mean.
Yes, domestic violence goes up on Sundays because of teams losing.
How can you say something like that? What is the study or the correlation that proves that? That's absurd.
Google it.
Rick,
Check it, Rick.
Looking it up now.
How do you fact check that? You can't.
Check it, Rick.
That's absurd.
He's checking right now. He's going to find out. I'm telling you.
What do you put in the Google?
So wait. So I typed in, does domestic, and you know how Google fills in the rest? Does domestic abuse go up during football season? That was the first thing that it goes. In fact, domestic violence incidents rise by about 10% on days when NFL games are played.
Told you.
Holy cow.
Told you. That crazy?
Holy cow.
Isn't that absurd?
At first I was shocked, and now I'm like, that's just really sad.
That's what I'm talking about. Those humans.
Yeah.
Right? That it's such a big deal to them that they have to break TVs or they have to hit their wives or kids or it's like, come on, dude. It's a game.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's a game played by children. You know what I mean?
Oh.
That you win nothing with.
Yeah, you don't win anything.
Right.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You want to know something funny? In my office right now, I have 2 Steve Trevino posters up and then nothing but lions and dolphins. So maybe I am a little overboard.
It's just weird that it's lions and dolphins. Like, that's crazy.
Well, it's 2 places I lived.
Well, when I was like really into football was in the 90s when I was in high school playing football. So I got what I needed out of it. It was great. But the documentary is truly psychological, right? Like,
yes.
Did you enjoy the like psyche of everybody?
To me, the football was the worst part of it. I actually really enjoyed hearing people, like, their mentalities. But I wish they would have spent more time with the stabbing. Like, that got just swept under the rug and nothing. They just kind of blew right by it.
And Michael Irving's like, yeah, he was a rookie and he was sitting in the haircut chair and I told him to get out so he wouldn't. So I tried to kill him.
Well, clearly they didn't talk to him for a reason. We don't hear it from his point of view.
Isn't that crazy?
From whatever the player was that got. Yeah, we don't hear it from his point of view.
But I got to tell you, man, like, I like Mike. I you can see in his eyes his remorsefulness.
I also feel like they didn't get to the root of what was going on with Switzer and Aikman. You just felt like I felt like they were leaving out a lot of details. That's a more complicated and complex relationship, and they
didn't get into that
just
either.
touched the surface of it.
I would have liked to get into more of the Tony Romo years as well. I'm a big Tony Romo fan, and I truly believe that had they let Tony Romo finish out that season, we would have gone to the Super Bowl. That year that Dak came in and threw that pick to Green Bay, I don't think Tony Romo would have thrown that pick. I think Tony Romo is proof that if you are very, very intelligent, typically speaking, a lot of the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, Renae, are not very athletic. They're just smart and they know the game.
Yeah.
And they know coverages and they know where to go and what to do. And Tony Romo is one of those guys that just student of the game. Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady ran a 5 flat at the combine or something and, had man titties when he came into the league. I'm not lying, right, Rick?
Same thing with Mahomes.
Yeah. These guys are not the most athletic.
It's the brains mixed with the instinct.
And their arm, their ability to understand the game and get the ball where they need to get it.
Yeah.
And there's not many running quarterbacks have ever won the Super Bowl. Not many at all. I think maybe one, maybe. If you consider Steve Young to be. Maybe.
I don't know that I consider him I guess he was.
Joe Montana was tiny.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he ended up here, but I truly I want to watch it again because I'm a big psychology guy.
Uh-huh.
And I love watching people and humans and how they need to do a whole documentary on Jerry Jones, right? Like, who are his parents? Where did he come from? Where did this drive come from? It's very interesting.
Switzer as well. That was heartbreaking, that story in there.
Oh my gosh.
About his
Yes.
mom.
Yeah.
That is wild, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, what?
Yeah.
And he clearly lives with that every day.
Yeah. I don't think it was great, but I could not watch it again. You're watching it again on your own.
You didn't see a bunch of the episodes.
Yeah.
But I just enjoyed the psychology of it all, and I do enjoy the psychology of sports and what it takes to create a winning culture and how you get these kids to, a lot of the stuff I read is positivity,
Yeah.
right, and connection. Mm-hmm. How do you get these kids that play for you
To care
and to give you everything they got? All the kids that I have coached and been around, I know them. I ask them questions. I learn about them. I know what fires them up.
Yeah.
I know what some kids you can yell at and go, come on, and I need you to fight, and
Right.
they can handle it. Other kids, as soon as you raise your voice, they shut down, right? And I know that about every single kid.
Yeah.
I know what every kid needs because I have a real relationship with them on and off the field where I care about them and they know I care about them, right? They will always give you more when you let them know, I love you, I care about you, I think you're great, go help me win this game.
Yeah.
Versus the constant coming down on kids, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Rick, have you ever coached
A game, and I really have an itch to do it, but the time commitment is so much.
No, believe me,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better so I can coach tonight. Well, equipment manage, if you will, tonight. But and that's the frustrating part too. Is I don't get to coach necessarily because our team has paid coaches. I'm not one of those paid coaches. I'm on the field. I get to help out, but I'm not necessarily a coach. And I get very frustrated because I think that if I were the coach, that I could create a winning culture, that I could create, because I study it. Rick, I study it. I watch TED Talks. I read books. Well, I listen
TED Talks
to
or
books.
TikToks?
TED Talks. TikToks too. I watch
I know,
TikToks.
he's always
Like,
sending me baseball TikToks.
I'm always learning and I think that I'm able to apply that. And I would love to have a team that's just mine, that I get to coach the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
I am fairly confident that I could build a winning culture and a winning team.
Yeah.
I know I can. And I hate that I can't because,
You work on the weekends.
well, that, and I'm also Garrett's dad,
Yeah.
right? We don't want daddy ball. We don't want parents to think, oh, Steve got his kid there for whatever reason, right?
Right.
Oh, so the other thing this guy Anson Dorrance does, Rick, that I think is fascinating is that he does not pick his starting team. He has a point system,
Yeah. You've told me about this.
right? But
Yes.
I want to tell it to Rick. Rick, he has a point system. And that point system gives them points in their score. And then they all have to go through these things. They get points, and then they're on the top 12 leaderboard. So he does not pick them. So girls can walk in the locker room who are not starting and look at the person ahead of them and go, what do I got to do to beat them? Am I kicking the ball hard enough? Are my dribbling skills good enough? Am I doing this, and this? So now he doesn't have to tell the girls what they need to work on. He doesn't have to tell them, hey, go out there and work, because they can see it. So when mommy calls and says, he tells his story about overhearing one of his players, and the mom called and said, why aren't you starting? You were the best whatever in high school. And the girl goes, Mom, I can't. I can't start. And the mom says, why not? She goes, because there's 5 girls that beat me. So there is no blaming the coach. There is no, oh, it's politics,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that coach likes so-and-so better. No, here are the numbers. You don't stack up to everybody else. If you would like to stack up to everybody else, go to work.
Yeah.
I would like to implement that in baseball. One of the things he says, and I forget exactly what the number is, he goes, first of all, if they can't kick the ball 60 miles an hour, they don't even get considered to be in the running.
Yeah.
So that's one standard that he says, look, if you can't do that, go work on it. Yeah. And then we'll put you in the mix. So same with baseball, right? If you're a 10U baseball player and you can't throw the ball 50 plus, you're not even considered.
Yeah.
Go get better.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, Rick?
Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it.
I was just reading about him. He's retired. He's now 74 years old, I think it says. But he says the Tar Heels, where he coached the women's soccer team of the University of North Carolina, have won 21 of the 41 NCAA women's soccer championships.
Isn't that crazy?
He has led his team to a 101 game unbeaten streak and coached 13 different women to a total of 20 National Player of the Year awards.
And what's even crazier about this guy, which I also find very, very interesting, is he talks about one of his big things is, I have to make the girls play for something bigger than them.
Yeah.
He goes, it has to be bigger than them. He goes, so all the underclassmen get a letter from the seniors. And the seniors write a letter to the underclassmen saying, don't let me down.
Yeah.
I didn't let the people ahead of me down. You're not going to let me down. Right? So please help me, my senior year, win a championship because I helped the girl before me. So it puts that like, hey, you're playing for something bigger than yourself.
Yeah. To push yourself further than you think you can go. Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's
cool.
Really interesting. What a weird podcast. I'm really interested to see what the response is. You look beautiful as always.
Thank you, sir.
Can you read our deal over at
yes. Okay.
Confidence Auto Group?
For Confidence Auto Group, they are running a special on the 2025 F-150 STX, the F-150 XLT, and the F-150 Lariat. It is 0% interest for 48 months, no payments for 90 days, and you get a complimentary 2-year premium maintenance plan.
And they will match any price in Texas. They will deliver, and they will take care of you. Old Salt coffee, always delicious, always great. Don't put other crap in it. It'll ruin it. But
he's talking to me.
And I do apologize if I came off a little grumpy today. I am very, very sick. So I do apologize for that before I get hammered with, oh my God, Steve was grumpy. Yes, I was.
You shook it off.
Pick Cherries. We love them. Download the app. Helps us tremendously. Raw Western Wear. Big things coming your way. Very, very excited about it. Very excited about Vegas. We're doing a special after party in Vegas. So if you want to hang out with Captain Evil and I, December 11, 12, and 13 is a great time to head out to Vegas, watch one of our shows.
Come see you at the MGM Grand.
Join us at an after party as we all get to hang out together. So very, very excited about that. Lots of dates coming up. SteveTrevino.com. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Sorry I was sick. And Fort Lauderdale, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
You're going to be there in January.
Yep.